take a look at the FABER-CASTELL Pitt Artist Pen. So this one is actually relatively new to me and I really like it. Let's talk about some of these characteristics before we do a demonstration. So these are a felt tip brush pen. They don't have any bristles. The size is medium, so they're right in the middle here. The flexibility, so they're a very flexible brush, as you'll see, but they also stay firm enough in that the contrast between the thicks and the thins is really nice. So we're going to put it about right here, but you'll notice when you use it that it doesn't feel as soft as some of the other soft, super flexible brush pens, especially as far as the thin strokes go. Now so a lot of brush pens, especially the most popular ones out there, are water-based, but these are actually pigment-based. So they are waterproof and light-fast, and they won't fade or bleed over time. So these are really good, especially if you're doing some permanent work. They won't work as well for blending though because of that, but otherwise they're an excellent option for a pigmented brush pen. And they do have lots of colors, so I found 60 colors of these online. And so as far as other notes, because they are pigment-based instead of water-based, they're permanent. Let's take a look at some of the strokes we can make with this pen. So the brush is kind of long on here. Like the nib part actually comes out pretty far. And when we write with it, you'll hear right away that it's pretty squeaky. So it makes a lot of noise when we write, but we're able to get very thick and very thin lines. So typically, when you're doing brush lettering, you don't need to make the lines as thin as you possibly can with the brush pen, but it is nice to know that you can create some super thin hairlines here. So aside from the fact that they make a lot of noise, I really like these. They write, the transitions are pretty easy, and I like how you can get such a nice contrast between them. So as I was saying, they are pretty flexible in that you can get a variety of thicknesses of strokes, but they do stay firm enough to where they don't feel like they're sort of flopping over. They do feel really nice and smooth. So just for some other notes here, they are squeaky. I just spelled that wrong. There we go. Squeaky. They make a lot of noise when you write. But otherwise they have nice contrast and they're really, really beautiful pens. You can see that in the lettering up here that I did, that there's a nice thick and thin contrast. So really like these, and I'm excited to try out some of the colors that they have.